What's up, guys? This is Storm, and welcome to another gaming news week. We have a lot to cover this week, so without further ado, let's get on with the news. EA have been purchased by a investment fund of Saudi Arabia for 55 billion. So, what would this mean for gamers in general for this? Uh, it is unknown as of right now what could be the possible outcome of this buyout, but people that works at EA are very concerned of what this could potentially happen. Most likely, this could lead to more layoffs and possibly shutdown of some projects that EA have been working on. I honestly don't know what's the reason behind EA doing this, but this just came out of left field. As of right now, we have to wait and see what is going to come out of this, but hopefully we won't see any mass layoffs from this purchase. Want to give congratulations to the devs behind Silent Hill F, who have announced they have sold over 1 million copies worldwide. That's including physical and digital as of September 29th. Kudos to them. I'm glad they made this milestone. Hopefully, the game will also be doing a lot, be selling a lot more. I seen people said they truly like the game. And you may think that a game like this selling that much is not really all that crazy, but for a whole different team making an original Silent Hill game, even though it's in the Silent Hill, it's in its own Silent Hill universe, but it's not like a continuation of any of the old previous Silent Hills games. So you have to give them credit for that, especially going off of the review score. I believe this one is the second highest out of all the Silent Hill games. The first Silent Hill game still have the highest score, and this one comes in second place. So you have to give them something for that. So congratulations to them, and hopefully we'll see more from this team will be doing in the future. We have some troubling news from Avalanche Studio Group that they're planning to shut down their Liverpool studio, which are devs that are behind the Just Cause series, Mad Max, Rage 2, Generation Zero, Renegade Ops, and The Hunter Called Wild. In their statement, they said, in light of current changes to our business and the industry, we have thoroughly reviewed how to best ensure Avalanche Studio Group long-term success. This review has led to the difficult conclusion that we must make changes to our staffing and locations. As a result, we're proposing to close our Liverpool studio and initiate a collective consolidation process. As required by UK law, this will impact all Avalanches in Liverpool. The changes will also impact our studio location in Malmo and Stockholm, where we will reduce all work for reconstruction of the team and address our game's needs. Our immediate focus is to offer full support to all Avalanche during this changing time. Despite these changes, we remain deeply committed to providing amazing games to our passionate player and communities. So, another studio being shut down and more layoffs is coming along the way. As of right now, it hasn't happened yet, but they're basically saying they are considering that they are going to have to do that. So it's unfortunate. I haven't really seen that much success when it comes to Avalanche games. Like, the Just Cause series haven't really been that crazy. Some people prefer the old ones. Rage, Mad Max. Mad Max was a fun game when it came out. But yeah, just that's another day with more layoffs and more studios shut down, unfortunately. Are you an avid Marvel's player and you're a fan of Daredevil? Then look no further. Season 4.5 Daredevil is being added to the roster for Marvel Rivals on October 10th. So, with him arriving, we're gonna get a whole bunch of new buffs and nerfs for characters, new areas, and you'll be able to see the man with no fear in action. He is being played as a duelist. So, if you're excited for him, here's your chance to play him. But be careful when he eventually drops. You could be see a lot of people fighting over to try out Daredevil. It's being reported that Sony is doing a different type of acquisitions and investing. For the acquisitions, instead of buying the whole studio that is making the games, Sony is going to be looking to be able to acquire the IPs so they could and thus do like different type of projects with them. Either if it's a make a game for it, make a movie, make an anime. Basically, the stuff how Sony has been moving right now when it comes to different type of IPs, like their first party studios, they've been making shows for them or making a movie for them, like The Last of Us and Twisted Metal, movies like The Ratchet Clank, and they are working on like a God of War and a Horizon type of show. Don't know if that's still going on. And for investment, it's basically like how they did with the Foreign Software family company, Katakawa. They're gonna be investing into companies like that in the future. So, this could be good. This is pretty good business wise because instead of buying the whole studio and stuff, just get their IP and just do something with it. Because this is probably to make up for them buying like certain studios that did not turn out well, like Bungie, Heaven Studios, and all that. But I think Bungie is the one that's giving them the biggest headache when it comes to the studio bought, because Bungie said, "Oh, we want to stay independent," but it shows that they can't freaking work when they're independent. So Sony had to rework them right now. So overall, this is a very good thing. This is a very good thing. And especially, I don't believe probably buying a whole IP will cost any, wouldn't cost that much compared to a whole freaking studio and stuff. But we'll see how it turns out in the end. It's being reported that Silent Hill 1 Remake is now in full production and is being made by the Bloober team who did the Silent Hill 2 Remake. Which shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, especially how well Silent Hill 2 Remake performed. And thus, Bloober team basically show everybody that they proved themselves when it comes to making a horror game. Like, granted, some of their stuff that they made before, like the have not worked out that well and stuff, but they have definitely proven themselves when they did Silent Hill 2 Remake. It was a solid remake for the fans of the Silent Hill genre, and now Konami is giving them a chance to remake the first one. So kudos to Bloober team for getting this chance, and let's see if the Silent Hill 1 remake will perform just as good, if not better, than this Silent Hill 2 remake. It's being reported that Halo Studios who was originally known as 343 Studios, is planning to do a deep dive showcasing their next project at the Halo World Championships on October 24th. There had been speculation of what could this potentially be. It could be a new the next Halo game that's supposed to take place after Infinite. This could be a brand new game altogether, or it could be the rumored remake of the Halo collection, thus making it be available on PlayStation consoles. We don't know what could this potentially be. We just gotta wait and see how what it is as of right now. But those are the theories that people have that it is. So we'll see what happens. Alright, we're gonna end this video with the biggest news that is happening right now, and more is being developed as the week progresses. Alright, you may have not heard, but it is reported that Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is increasing in prices by 50% to $30 per month from $20 per month, as Xbox adds new benefit including Fortnite Crew Access. If you don't know what Fortnite Crew Access is, it's basically like a battle pass when it comes to Fortnite and stuff. This is an image of what it looks like. This is basically what it looks like. It already has a subscription for $12 monthly. You get subscribed to the battle pass for OG pass, Lego, all that jazz that you could get when it comes to Fortnite. But the thing is, this could be a good thing if you only main Fortnite. Like, some people who are subscribed to a Game Pass probably not really good finding any that could be useful. And also being included is Ubisoft Plus Classics, which is basically a whole bunch of old Ubisoft games. There's like a whole list of games, and majority, I bet a good large portion of the Xbox community already own these games. So already with that, me personally, I can't see the justification for a $10 increase to $30. And it gets even more crazier than that. Apparently, Microsoft Rewards starting October 1st, which is 4 days ago by the time this recording, users will no longer be able to directly redeem reward points for Xbox Game Pass subscriptions. Users will need to redeem points for Xbox gift cards to cover the cost of a Game Pass subscription. This increased points redemption by at least 16k points for 1 month of Game Pass Ultimate, which is kind of crazy. I don't know how the Xbox user base was like using their points like this, but it is kind of crazy to hear. And when this news came out about the whole Game Pass Ultimate thing increase, it was so crazy. The website to actually cancel your Xbox Game Pass subscription actually legit basically got overloaded, and they broke the website basically. And yeah, it's great. It said the website to cancel Xbox Game Pass subscriptions have overloaded. This is after news that the Ultimate subscription will be increased to $30 per month. And here's how the tier list goes. And not just the price change went out, they also changed the name of certain tiers of the Xbox Game Pass. As you can see, they changed down the name except for Ultimate. Basically, for the lower tier, which is Essential, you get 50 plus games, now playable on PC, console, and cloud for $10 a month, unlimited cloud gaming, in-game benefits including for Riot Games, online console multiplayer, play and earn up to $25 a year in stores with rewards. Premium, you get 200 plus games, now playable on PC, console, and cloud. That's now $15 per month. New Xbox published games within a year of launch. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. Unlimited cloud gaming with the shorter wait times. In-game benefits including Riot Games, online console multiplayer, and you can earn up $50 a year in store rewards. Alright, but going to that first line, Xbox published games within a year of launch. Originally, the second tier, you would have gotten day one of Xbox Studio games when they released. But it looks like they removed that from that tier list and have it only be available for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. And speaking of Ultimate, we have 400 plus games playable on PC, console, and cloud, $30 a month. Same 5 plus day one games a year, including all Xbox Plus games day one. Ubisoft Classics and EA Play included with Fortnite Crew coming in November. Unlimited cloud gaming at your best quality with the shortest wait times. Riot Games, online console multiplayer, and earn up to $100 a year in store rewards. I had seen some people say you could always get more store rewards, but nowadays it looks like they put like a cap to it. So, which is kind of wild if that's the case. I'm kind of curious how will that affect people that saved up way more than 100. I'm kind of curious what's gonna happen to them. But I have seen some people say this is for people that's like never had Game Pass and they're gonna be gonna start using it. It won't go into the effect for people that had all these benefits already before the changes until November. So they have 2 months before this goes into effect for them. And the fan base is not happy whatsoever. This whole thing is crazy. But it gets even worse from there. Apparently, there is some speculation why the increase of the price. And this is what was been said. It is said that one of the so-called reasons for the Game Pass price increase because Xbox lost over $300 million in Call of Duty sales in 2024. If you don't know what that means, that is when Call of Duty first went on to Game Pass. So they lost $300 million as soon as they put the 2024 Xbox Call of Duty into Game Pass. And this has come from Bloomberg reports from Black Ops 6. Call of Duty loss in sales is one of the key reasons why Game Pass price increased. They even went on further from there. According to a former employee who do not wish to be identified, said that Microsoft gave up more than $300 million in sales in Call of Duty, and Game Pass hasn't delivered the explosive growth Microsoft anticipated post-Activision. They realized their infrastructure cost doesn't align with the pricing model, said Jos Van Doren, founder of the video game analytics firm Eldora. A spokesperson from Xbox declined to comment on this story. Like I want to say, we don't know how true could this be. It is kind of wild thing about, especially when the whole Activision Blizzard thing was happening. Some people even saying some people even was trying to say this could potentially be a bad idea because you don't just throw out almost $80 billion to buy two big studios and not expect to make not having to make that money back in a certain time frame. Because like, yeah, you could say like, oh, Xbox is a $1 trillion company. Yeah, that's all cool and whatnot. But even a $1 trillion company does not like to lose money. So it's like, especially like all this happened like right after, like like the fact they didn't even give time after buying Bethesda. They didn't even give that much time for them to start getting the engine running with them, making money off of them before they even think about buying Activision Blizzard. Like all this was like in a short time frame. Like, bruh, like, and I'm not even sure did they probably did make all their money back from buying Bethesda, but Activision Blizzard is in a different case. That's why this whole FTC thing is an issue. But continuing forward, it was also said that the price hike and other changes to the Xbox Game Pass are a sign that Xbox's big streaming push is still not generating the revenue it would like, according to the interviews with current and former Xbox employees. Like, Xbox gave up more than 300 million sales, according to one informant, as putting the game on streaming service cut into the sales at higher margin gains, which I seen a whole lot of people said, but when they spoke out against it, they would label it as fanboys or just hater of Microsoft. But like, some people say they didn't believe it. Some say like it is happening. Like some devs said they did not have a problem with Game Pass. That could be true for them, but there was also some that said that Game Pass is a problem for them. So it's like you have some that said they like Game Pass, and some that said they didn't like the Game Pass model. Because there could be some devs that are willing to lose some sales from the Xbox community and stuff, because they like, oh, our game is on PC and PlayStation, and they will make up the difference. Which some cases that turned out to be true. But not all of them is unfortunate enough to have that kind of success, because there are some indie developed games that doesn't come to PlayStation until like way later down the line, or if at all. So like, think about it. There are like a couple of them. Like, I don't know if Microsoft owns the IP for what's that game? Oh dang, I can't remember that game. But that whole thing with High Moon's Studios, I believe there was a story about them complaining about something about Microsoft. I can't remember, or they were like facing layoffs because of potential sales loss. Like, it's not a new thing when it comes to this. Like, even the former chair for the FTC who tried to stop the Xbox buying Activision Blizzard, she actually made a statement on it. She said, former FTC chair said Microsoft acquisition of Activision is harming both gamers and developers. Khan tried to sue to stop Microsoft deal with Activision but lost in court. And one of the things she pointed out that Microsoft said in court that them buying Activision Blizzard would not result into the price increase of Game Pass. But look what happened. Like, analysts are even saying that one of the reasons for the price increase for Game Pass is because of Activision Blizzard, because they have to make that money back from that 80 billion and stuff. Like their console's not selling. Like people been posting pictures of like Xbox are like in the clearance bins. Like Costco is even not even selling the Xboxes anymore on their store shelves because they saw it is a business decision because why have a product on your shelf if it's not selling? Like this whole initiative push that Microsoft did about Play Anywhere is literally biting them in the butt. And by the looks of it, unfortunately, it's too late to change how they do their business. Even right now, as the time of me recording this, there is a rumor that Xbox is gonna be not having a console for next year. Don't know how true is that. That'd be kind of crazy if it turned out to be true. But apparently, people are saying some person who was right about how Microsoft was gonna go with their third party route. I guess he has said some things that turned out to be true, and he's the one who's reporting it. So I don't know how. Like I said, take it with a grain of salt because Microsoft constantly said numerous times that there will be an Xbox console, and they have made like a contract deal. I believe it was with AMD for parts to make a console. So it I don't see why would they have those contract deals if they're not gonna do another console. Another thing that people say they could potentially make a console, but it's probably not in the traditional sense, if that makes sense. So basically, it could be just like a streaming box or something along those lines that you plug into your TV and you just use your controller. Like basically, it's like how an Amazon Fire Stick would be. But like I said, I don't know how true could that be because if that's the case, that is bonkers. And if Microsoft gets out of the console market, we will be only left with PlayStation and Nintendo. And both of them, it could be, it's up in the air. That could be a very good thing or a very bad thing. I'm kind of leaning towards a bad thing because what I seen when it comes to PlayStation, they perform crazy good when they're facing a competition. And lately, some of their moves they've been making is because they don't have that competition. Because as soon as Microsoft put their games on PlayStation like, yeah, it is what it is. No competition. We could do what the hell we want. And unfortunately, in some instances, that did turn out to be the case. But we see that Sony is trying to make a turnaround after their whole failed initiative where it came to like games as a service model, and they're trying to get back into their the thing that made them amazing, which was their storytelling, first party studio stuff. So I'm glad they realized that before it got too crazy. I think it was mostly because after the success of freaking Helldivers 2, like Sony thought they could score another one, but it's like, yeah, you kind of went a little too hard on it just because you had one success. So I guess we'll just see what happens. What's gonna happen to Xbox, because I believe that the next gen console is supposed to start in 2027. I believe 2026 we're gonna start hearing about the PlayStation 6 is whatever Microsoft end up doing next year. But as of right now, I say the console is gonna come out in 2027. To be honest, I think it should be 2028, but I digress. But anyway, that's the end of the video. What do you guys think? Are you guys worried of what's happening with Xbox? Are you angry that Game Pass prices is going up? Let me know in the comments below. This is Storm. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your week and peace out.